Hey guys, it's Streaked here, and welcome back to another arena video, and today I'm going to be going into how to actually navigate this kind of meta, just because I've been used to it for a bit. So let's go right into the first team, which is going to be the standard team, and as usual, we're going to start off with Silent Salt, and he's actually going to be running a full raspberry build here. Make sure you have 25 plus damage resist, 8 plus cooldown, see if you can get it up to there, and then focus the rest on attack and crit as well. So make sure it's very important to have your toppings optimized. If you obviously can't, then that's okay. Make sure he has a 2-second start as well. That's what we want to have on Silent Salt. If it's a problem, then you can switch over to the 1-second start build. If he starts getting one shot off the rip by Shadow Milk, do the 1-second start. But if he's not, you can keep on using the full raspberry build for the 2-second start for the build. For Hollyberry, it's going to be the same thing that it's been for her entire existence. It's going to be full HP all throughout. Make sure you have damage resist cooldown HP from like 6 to 8 cooldown is fine. Make sure you have a full HP biscuit. Everything HP for Hollyberry. My HP for Hollyberry is around 2.3 million, so make sure you can aim there or even aim higher if you can. Anyway, for Shadow Milk, it's going to be the same old build, 35 cooldown. I have 34, but still 35 cooldown, 25% damage resist. Make sure you have the bypass biscuit. And for toppings, focus damage resist, cooldown, attack, and crit. If you can sacrifice like 1% cooldown for perfect subs, then it's fine. If you can't get that perfect subs, then it's fine, whatever. Like me, pretty much. If you have 34 cooldown, but you have perfect subs, that's fine. If you don't, then that's kind of an issue. Make sure you are cooldown stacking up as much as you can with Shadow Milk. And now onto White Lily. White Lily is actually going to be running a 3-3 build. Make sure to use the chocolate tart and the 2 chocolate toppings plus the 3 attack toppings. I just found it's easier that way to get the 30-second start that you're going to need on White Lily. You're going to need a 3-second start because you're going to go straight from Hollyberry straight into White Lily just so that the cycle continues better. So for White Lily, you're going to want to run a Tainted Biscuit if you can afford it. If you can't, then use your quad damage resist bypass. That's fine. I just use the Grass Tainted just because of future teams. You're going to know why I use the Grass Tainted. And so it's just damage resist, cooldown, attack, and crit. I have a couple crit subs because my damage resist, cooldown, attack toppings are not the best. I just have a couple crit subs, which that's fine. Increasing the crit to 21% plus the costume bonds makes it actually above 20. So it's really, really good that you have this extra crit. And now finally, Bunny. Bunny is going to need a 4-second start. You need a 4-second start. There is a reason why. I assume all of you guys know the whole ordeal with the costumes and everything. And if you have all the legendary costumes, the minimum amount that you need is 17%. That's 8 amplify buff from the costumes plus the 17%, which gives you the 25% needed for all of Bunny's buffs right here. Amplify buff plus 25% is 2 egg bunnies, so you're going to want to make sure that you have at least 17% if you have all the costumes. If you don't, then you need to add in the missing legendary costumes plus that to the amplify buff. You might want to run another topping. If you can, that would be nice, but still make sure you do aim for that 25% amplify buff. It does help with the legendary costumes as well. Do take note of that, and you do want to have around 30 cooldown. Don't have any more because you need the 4-second start because it might mess up some of the rotations with White Lily in the future. Just understand that. So now when I'm attacking around with my standard comp, I look for people like, oh, this person, sure, I'll attack them. It's kind of an everything comp. You want to know, you make sure you can fight everyone with it, stable enough. Okay. Oh, hello, PTSD, it's my guildmate. Let's hope my Silent Salt can get one shot. My Silent Salt's not getting one shot because of the Hollyberry guy. And, well, as I say that, dies. It's awesome. It looks like we're going to have a victory here. If I don't time out. Nice. There we go. As you see, Hollyberry taking a bunch of damage, and look, 75 million damage from White Lily. Like, come on, is this even fun anymore? Like, White Lily is just absurd. I feel like that's just been known. And 52 million from Bunny compared to PPFB's 49 mil. But still, great battle, very similar promotions, very similar accounts. I just happened to win in the end. Compared to my Hollyberry did more damage, my Shadow Milk did more damage. White Lily did a lot more damage just because it's probably the 3-3 build. If you're running around with this comp, you're bound to do good. Even, look, a GM3. I'm not going to fight the GM3. I feel bad. Who is this? Oh, not Heaven. Heaven is running that exact same defense, so I don't know. Nice rotation. Okay. I don't think that's right, though. Should be a little win. Come on. Yeah, should be able to. As soon as one of their DPS teams is gone, it's that much easier to win. And see, as soon as the White Lily's done, it's pretty much a guarantee. Let's look at the damage differences. Oh gosh. White Lily with 67 million. And Silent Salt with 45 mil as well. Remember when we all thought Silent Salt was going to fall off? No, because we were just removing the buffs that Silent Salt was going to get from this. Like, look, Hollyberry Cookie's Rally is why Silent Salt is so good. They made him a steel type for a reason, just because he would benefit so much off of Hollyberry Cookie. And as you can see, look, this guy doesn't have any legendary costumes. Haha, I already know. This guy definitely has every single legendary costume and is just deciding not to use them. Look at the differences in the Shadow Milk. My Shadow Milk did more damage just because my Shadow Milk could stay more alive and not die off rip. Bunny healing more, even though it's a 4A. You don't go wrong with this comp just because it's the basic. But if you ever wanted to go more into a one-shot avenue, the scroll comp is here. Yes, the return of the scroll. The scroll is finally back, and it's come with the exact same comp, but with a twist. So instead, Hollyberry is going to be running the same build. Bunny's going to be running the same build, which is very important. You need Bunny to have a 4-second start. You absolutely need that. Everyone else is going to be different. So Silent Salt is going to be on the 3-3 build, probably similar to White Lily. You're going to want to have a 25% damage resist up, same biscuit, around like 23 to 25 cooldown, get in that range, and then focus the rest on attack. Here are my toppings, and here's that 1-second start that you're aiming for. You're gonna get it regardless, but just having the 3-3 is getting the best set bonus benefits of all. You get the 3 set effect of Raspberry, and you get the 3 set effect of cooldown. So you do get the extra benefits of doing a 3-3 build, which is pretty nice. And now for Shadow Milk is actually going to be running Raspberry. So yeah, we're going all the way back to January with this one, and Shadow Milk's gonna be running Raspberry. As you can see, look, 25% damage resist, 8 cooldown, and rest is focused on attack. You're gonna want full bypass biscuit as well. Just look here, like 242,000 base attack. It's just insanity. And now White Lily is actually gonna be on full attack. The same exact toppings as Shadow Milk, same biscuit, grass damage. It's fine, just increases her damage more. As you can see here, 251k base attack. Silent Salt falling behind just because he's not on full raz. On full raz, he's not even there. Same builds for everyone, same builds for Bunny and Hollyberry, different for the damage dealers, and you're gonna see why in just a moment. So the comp is pretty much made to try and one-shot the back lane, and you're gonna see with the rotations. I might not beat this guy. This guy is giving me trouble. Silent Salt's gonna go, and then White Lily's supposed to go before Bunny. This just didn't work, so I'm probably gonna get one shot here, unless I can somehow pull it off. Probably gonna pull it off. Oh, I lied. Never mind. Didn't mean that to. Never mind. I'm bugged. So you do really see here, you do really have to be careful with this comp. You can run into the wrong person, i.e. this person specifically has an anti-scroll counter, because my White Lily got stunned and pretty much just like, I bet he's running full cooldown White Lily, just so the White Lily will actually be able to go first and stun the entire team. See, my White Lily did nothing. My Hollyberry did nothing. My Silent Salt was the one that was carrying just because he got the first leap of head start. Similar healing with bunnies, but still, the damage difference here, it needs to be, like, White Lily cannot just die like that. That's just not how that team works. We're going on here. We're going to refresh, obviously. We're going to look for another team to fight. Here. Oh, whoa, we're not going to, do not mirror scrolls. It might not end up well for you. Yeah, let's just attack this person right here. Oh, I mirrored a scroll. Okay, you're going to find out what happens when you mirror a scroll. So, not pretty clean. Yeah, no, it's, oh, still, wait, I one-shot their White Lily as well. And they were running with, I almost just said it, White Lily Rally. So, no one else is getting the buff, and the Hollyberry buff is still going to be on my cookies. So I should weird this once. That Silent Salt is not going to live much longer. Yep. So if you are seeing someone running the White Lily Rally, do use this comp, because you're going to win. You're just going to be able to one-shot the White Lily, regardless of the damage buffs. And Silent Salt died right as I won. Awesome. The real MVP here is Silent Salt, even though my White Lily just got straight up one shot. Besides the point, because of this person running the White Lily Rally effect, even though their promotions are low, this person is very, very powerful. Trust me, this person has a very powerful account. If you're running White Lily Rally, it's going to be pretty much free real estate once a 46 million damage Silent Salt just comes and hits like a tornado. But remember, do be careful with this team. This was mainly just a showcase. It does work really well if you are able to tweak tweak it to your liking. I really like running full cooldown on Silent Salt. It's just better for me, obviously, since I have my statue max and I have all these other bonds and stuff, but everyone else is going to need the other attack just because you might not have a 6-star Silent Salt. I don't know your account. Do be careful when attacking this. I did show a loss just to show how painful the losses on this team can be, so do be careful when using this team. So going on, we obviously have the PV comp, the classic Pure Lily comp. Both of them are emo now, so it's great. Hollyberry, you're going to be the same build for everything in this video. Doil, same thing, just get damage resist cooldown, crit, focus everything here. If you can get some damage resist cooldown HP, that's going to be nice, but I do want you to focus that onto Hollyberry instead. And if you do have HP resonance for Doil, do equip the damage resist cooldown and crit ones like I have here. Full HP biscuit. If you do have a 3 HP 1 cooldown biscuit, you can do that and get the 15 cooldown. I just prefer to run 9.8 cooldown. If you are running the 4x HP, you do need to have 9 plus cooldown or it's just not going to work. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for Doil. Same thing. They've pretty much run the same build their entire existence. Shadow Milk's going to be on the cooldown build, same as the first team. White Lily is going to be the same as the first team, and Pure Vanilla is going to be on damage resist cooldown and pretty much any other topping. Just get damage resist cooldown, some HP if you can. Mine's 20 plus damage resist because I have a bunch of damage resist on the biscuit. I don't really need the much from toppings, but do get 20 plus, get some cooldown, and also get some HP as well. Get between 12 and 15 cooldown. Getting 15 cooldown and 50% damage resist will be the max, but I'm not hyper focusing on PV, as PV is mainly there for the amplify buff and the extra heals plus the revive. So do make sure that you're not focusing too much on PV and focusing more on the other cookies that need the HP toppings as well. When using this team, yes. No, PV Rally. Don't forget the Pure Vanilla Rally, just because you get the extra HP and damage resist. And also, same treasures as the first team. So when you're fighting with this team, you can pretty much pick anyone. I'd pick a lower end opponent just so you can easily fight. And you can easily beat Scrolls with this team. Unless the Scroll is really heavily built. Now, I doubt it. Even though the Scroll does have the high damage output, the survivability of the Scroll team, they're just not good. You're gonna tear through, like Seagull. Oh, you might get a little close. Still, yep, torn right through. All Scroll teams can be beaten with the PV team. Hitting PV into Scroll, if the opponent is not hypermaxed, it will pretty much guarantee you a win. Because look, Hollyberry, Doil is doing 130 million healing. Come on, it's still broken. Your PV might die, but still. Where was the other Scroll? Was this... No, that guy wasn't running Scroll. Where... hold on, crystal refresh. Let's find another Scroll to hit. In that case, you can also run this comp into standards, like as you can see right here. Here's a standard comp right here. Just straight up just hit it right into it. But you do have to be careful because the way that some people might have their standard comp set up are in ways that can counter you. So do be careful to not fight high promotions. Obviously, I'm fighting high promotions because that's just what I have to deal with in my Google Arena. But just make sure... Oh, he's gone. There you go. Enemy Silent Salt's gone. And White Lily... Oh, wow. Clutch. What a clutch. See how close that was? This person, albeit, is very hard to beat. But look, see, 145 million damage from the White Lily didn't even beat me because all my cookies are damage absorbers. The healing from Doil, Hollyberry's damage absorption, almost led her to receive 100 million damage, yet PV did 46 million healing. Doesn't even look like much compared to Doil. Like, look, doesn't even matter that much. Still won, fully maxed. Well, that bunny's 4A, actually. It's not fully maxed. But look, it pretty much, you see, PV comp is still very good, and do not run it on your defense just because it's a very, 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 very vulnerable defense to have. Okay, looks like we're not going to find one. I'm going to set my defense, for the sake of it, to the PV team. Let me just hide a couple cookies right here. Setting my defense to PV just for the sake of the next comp, because the next comp right here will 100 to 0 every single PV that you will see. Not 100 to 0. It will beat them. Look, remember what I said earlier about the season cookies? Eternal Sugar is back. And Eternal Sugar has never been more back before because these last two teams are going to shock you with the usage of cookies that I'm going to have, especially Team 5. Do stay tuned for that. That's going to be the best team of the video. As you can see, look, I have the chest, the whistle, and the scroll, and the clock. And you ask, why no tube? Because everyone is using HP. Well, Silent Salt is not, because Silent Salt is using the 3-3 build from earlier. earlier that I explained. So that's going to be the same. Damage resist, cooldown, not HP actually, but actually you can use HP on Eternal Sugar if your Eternal Sugar is dying. If she isn't, you can use the 4 cooldown 2 amplify buff build that I have here. 20 plus amplify buff. There's my good quad bypass. Not the 49%. I think that was on for Beast Raid. I'm not 100% sure, but that's probably what it was. Eternal Sugar is going to be running the 4-2. If your Eternal Sugar is dying off the rip, you need to run the full HP. Look, damage resist, cooldown. Just hit damage resist and cooldown. You don't need to hit any extra stats for ES. Just make sure if you get a couple attack and crit subs, it'll be fine. Not the end of the world, but if you are running this, make sure it is very, very, very fine-tuned. I only have 1 crit sub. It's because of this. This is the best topping I could provide. It's not that great. I do need to roll some candies. So make sure to have like 24 plus cooldown or around 24 cooldown because mine's pretty, mediocre with 4 Jocko's getting 24 cooldowns. Fine. Do make sure to obviously have the damage resist as well. You're not going to want your ES to just die off rip. But even with the 10 plus damage resist, having the 25 plus damage resist, it will turn into 35, making your ES survive much longer. Now, White Lily is just going to be running the same build. You can put peanuts on White Lily if you do want to attack non-PV comps, which I'll show after. White Lily is going to be running the same 3-3 build. Bunny is on the 4-second start build. And let's see, where is my defense? Okay, let's practice. Here's the PV team right here, and let's fight it. The PV team is not going to be able to take the crowd there, but yeah. See how my ES almost died? Well, I'm fighting myself. So comes right back to life. Entire comp is about explosive swap. Gone. Even before the 30-second mark. PV comps are supposed to survive until the 30-second. If you can kill him before the 30-second mark, you're golden. You're absolutely golden. As you can see, 104 million damage from White Lily, all purely because of the chest debuff. Well, these cookies here, not going to do anything. Crit down, Do-IL can't crit heal. PV is going to die because of the damage increase. It's going to be very, very easy to one-shot, and 74 million damage from Silent Salt is just no big deal either. 58 million from Eternal Sugar as well. Eternal Sugar's not dead. She's not leaving anytime soon in this meta. If you see any 1-2-2 team out there, you can almost 100% guarantee yourself a win if you do run this comp. And if your Eternal Sugar is weak, do run the HP build. And I'm going to show you. HP, damage resist, cooldown. For White Lily, I did damage resist, cooldown, attack because I have a set like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you why I chose to use the HP build here. Because if you're going to use the HP build, I would recommend using the Raz Silent Salt build. Because if you're going to fight let's say, I'm going to fight this GM3, for example. If you're going to fight a normal comp, you should be able to win. Because of the amount of HP that is being substituted out of the two, your Eternal Sugar is just not going to. This is the added damage resist as well. I used this comp last season to get myself through Grandmaster 1, and see, you're melting away. You're melting everyone away before they can even dance. Like, that's almost a 100-0. And this comp is bad against Monocle, so don't hit Monocle. I still hit Monocle, and I won. Like, come on. All right, and now that will lead us to the final comp of this video. Wait. Where's Silent Salt? Where's White Lily? No, they're not in this comp, guys. This is just straight up a comp from 3 seasons ago. Here goes Hollyberry, same build. ES, same build as before. Do-IL, same build. Shadowmilk, same build. And PV, same build. Just make sure you're copying, like, obviously I explained the builds earlier in the video, so I don't need to go over them again. Same stuff. Do-IL buff is on ES. Make sure that's been established. PV, Rally, and Necklace and Tube and Watch for the treasures. Just want you guys to watch. Watch what Eternal Sugar can do.
Once more.
Watch what Eternal Sugar can do. Oh, she's going for it. Never mind, she's not dead. She's getting amplified. This Disciple of the Abyss. Silent Salt can't cut through the Monocle. White Lily can barely do anything because of the amount of healing. There goes Silent Salt. ES is going to come back. And there goes their entire team. Entire team, 100-0. No Silent Salt, no White Lily. Why? Eternal Sugar, that's why. And 234 million healing from Do-IL. What the actual... Like, come on, Devsis. Really? You released 2 OP cookies just for them to get outshined by the bringer of happiness? I actually watched the story before filming this. She's a weirdo, and that's all I have to say. It's just the beast pairings plus Do-IL. It's pretty much what it is. And this comp is just so good. Here, I'll fight this person again. I'll fight Monocle. But what you want to do Oh, whoa. This guy's running old standard? Ooh, I'm not breathing. So, probably don't hit old standard with this because it'll just be like the old meta where you're gonna get destroyed. As one White Lily doesn't even do this. Where am I running? I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't fought an old standard with this yet, but I'm only assuming. No. Oh, yeah. You're gonna end up dying. If you fight an old standard, you're gonna end up dying. Perfect example. If you fight an old standard, you're going to end up dying because the opponent's Silent Salt's just going to do 115 million damage into you. That's just awesome. Let's go into a bit of a review, just because I, gave a whole lesson on the arena to you guys. Team 1, general team. Here are all the toppings again. You can pause if you need to look. I pretty much just already went over them. I don't even need you to do that. Team 1, make sure you have a 4-second start for Bunny. Make sure you're using Hollyberry Rally. Team 2, just scroll plus Raz Shadow Milk and Raz White Lily and a 1-second start Silent Salt. Make sure to not hit PV comp with this because PV comp does counter scroll. So if you're running scroll on defense, you're going to see a lot of PV comps in your defense. This team can counter any 1-2-2 team. Do be careful though. If you are countering 1-2-2, you need to switch off the HP and go straight onto the 4-2 and the 3-3 builds for White Lily and Eternal Sugar respectively. Just be careful with fighting main teams with the non-HP builds, as your cookies might actually just get straight up one shot if you're hitting a scroll. Do not hit scroll with this. I also do not recommend you set this as your defense because it's highly identifiable with the chest. And for the final comp, I'm going to give you this with all my heart since you guys have stuck around until the end of the video. This is genuinely one of the best comps against the standard team. Like, it's just so good here. I'll even give you guys an extra battle. Like, watch, I'll fight myself.
See my
with it.
powers.
It's just so good in the way that Eternal Sugar is sustaining so much damage because that one damage is fucked. I swear DevSense might have shadowed them. It's that good. It's that good. And plus the damage straight up from Hollyberry. Hollyberry, I don't think the devs ever intended Hollyberry to become a damage type. Like, look at Eternal Sugar. Like, come on. Where was this Eternal Sugar last season? 100-0 on my defense, by the way. Like, look at that. 64 million damage. 95 million damage from White Lily. No big deal. Doyle just does 200 million healing to offset everything. This team in the back is one of the best. And I will say that, well, I probably have to go push arena now using these teams. I also have to show you guys a little surprise. Let's go all the way down to special rarity. I did max out Galinda and Alfaba Cookie. I don't watch Wicked, but family members do. And shout out to my family members because you guys really like Wicked. It's pretty cool, right? 5A Wicked cookies. Do expect an arcade arena guide. I probably will make one, maybe. I don't know. I might be busy while it comes out. Therefore, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.